Introducing the ultimate guide to the great indoors. Score some points with marshmallow basketball. To play, you'll need marshmallows, small paper cups, and a stopwatch. Divide up into teams of 2. Give one person from each team a small paper cup and give the other person a handful of marshmallows. Then have the 2 teammates stand about 5 feet apart. When everyone is set up, get the players with the marshmallows to try to toss them into the paper cup. The team that sinks the most marshmallows after 1 minute wins. Afterwards, bring the family together to celebrate with our slam-dunked bacon candy apples. Test your aim with a quick game of kitchen archery. Grab a watermelon and a deck of cards to get started. Cut a watermelon in half and have the juicy side face the players. You may need to lean it against something heavy to keep it from tipping over. Give each player 5 playing cards and stand about 4 feet away from the watermelon. Flick the cards and try to get them to stick into the watermelon. The person who gets the most cards to stick wins. Win or lose, you can't go wrong with these bullseye corn dog muffins. Go for the win with living room volleyball. All you need to play are balloons and a stopwatch. No teams on this one. Give every player 2 balloons and then have the players try to keep both balloons in the air for 1 minute. If you want to make it more difficult, have the players keep one hand behind them. You can only use one hand to keep the balloons in the air. Set yourself up for a tasty post-game snack with our quick-set turkey and rice cake snacks. Prepare for liftoff with the game of shoe-free kick. Once you get permission to wear your shoes inside, grab a table or chair as your goalpost marker. Use a small table, chair, or whatever you have available that you can turn into a goalpost. Even a pair of socks will do. Have players slip their heel out of their shoes so the shoes are dangling off their toes. One at a time, have each player try to kick off their shoe so that it lands in the net. Give each player 5 turns. The most goals wins. The winner gets first dibs at these goalpost pogo dogs. Team up with a partner for a game of sock bocce ball. The best part? All you need is a pair of socks to play. Play one-on-one or in 2 teams of 2. Each player or team is given 4 rolled-up socks. A target sock ball, preferably a red one, is tossed into a target zone. Then, players take turns tossing their bocce sock balls as close to the red sock as possible. Once all the sock balls have been tossed by the players, the team that has a sock closest to the red sock wins. Cozy up afterwards with a platter of our bocce bologna bundles. Get ready to call the shots with a family game of cell phone curling. To play, grab a teammate, a pair of cell phones, and a quarter. On a long table, mark off a scoring point with your quarter. Have people slide their cell phones along the table and try to get as close to the quarter as possible. You can try to get closer to the quarter by knocking an opponent's phone with your own. Note: have the person who is not sliding a phone stand at the end of the table so he or she can catch any overthrown cell phones. Maybe toss a pillow at the end of the table too. Phew, that's our cell phone safety advice. We've done our part to avoid chipped phones. Don't forget to celebrate with the post-game hold the phone pepperette pull-apart bread. Flick your way to victory with a game of quarters hockey. Grab a roll of quarters and get started. 2 players sit across from one another at a table. Give one person a quarter and have the other person form a net with their thumbs against the edge of the table and their index fingers pointing towards their opponent. The person with the quarter will then try to flick it into the net. After the first person shoots, the person who is just the net takes a shot. The first person to score 10 goals wins. Make sure you line up a post-game snack with these quick and easy double nugget slider pucks. Gear up for a little family competition with the game of boat racing. Simply grab a piece of paper to get things kicked off. Begin by having each player build a paper boat. You can be creative and design your own folding or cutting and gluing, or you can find lots of different instructions for origami boats online. Once everyone has a boat, line them up on the edge of the table and have each player blow on his or her boat to move it across the table. The first person to get a boat to the end of the table wins. Wind things down with a plate of these dockside turkey sammies. Build yourself an indoor obstacle course with whatever furniture and pillows you can find. Set up your pillows or cushions as obstacles in a long hallway or a big room and mark a finish line with socks. You can also set up chairs for people to crawl over or under, or small puzzles for people to complete halfway through the course to make things more interesting. One at a time, time players as they crawl through the obstacle course. The person who makes it through the obstacle course the fastest wins. Once you've reached the end of the course, reward yourself with these delicious finish line stuffed peppers. Take camping indoors by building a cozy setup in the comfort of your own home. This is one where you get to completely use your imagination. Using chairs, tables, couch cushions, and a bunch of blankets, build your perfect indoor camping tent. You can do this with 2 chairs with the blanket draped between them, or build something much more elaborate. Camp out in your tent after a long day of fun indoor games. In this game, everybody wins. Be sure to complete your indoor camping experience with this campfire mac and cheese. Enjoy the great indoors a little more this winter. After all, it's what's inside that counts.